Welcome to Inverted Driving. This here is my new overlanding project. I just picked up this 1990 Range Rover County for $4,000. This here is the County Edition. When this thing came out in 1990, this was the top of the line you could get. This has all the included options, power windows all the way around, 3.9 V8 EFI engine, making over 200 horsepower. And this will be my project for the next year. So let's take this 1990 Range Rover County for a spin. Put into drive and let's go. One of the coolest things about this 1990 Range Rover Classic is you're driving in what was the most luxurious SUV of the 90s. When this thing came out, the owner purchased it for a sticker price of $65,000 in 1991. That equivalates to about $93,000 of today's currency. And I got it for $4 grand. This car has a 4-speed automatic transmission. Still shifts smooth with the car having a little over 100,000 miles. Transfer case works perfect. This has the more modern Land Rover transfer case, which does not have a lockable center diff because it has a chain-driven diff instead. So let's talk about my goals for this project. As you might have seen on my other videos, I also have a 1985 Land Rover Defender 110. That truck, however, has a 2.25 liter naturally aspirated petrol engine, making less than 100 horsepower. As much fun as that thing is to drive, you can't really go far, and it only goes 55, 60 miles an hour. So when I was looking at going camping and stuff, I really wanted something that had a little more power, had air conditioning, could fit my friends comfortably in the back, had a stereo, and I could go a longer distance cruising at 70, 75 miles an hour. And this engine and this truck can do that. Now, at $4,000, you run into a few problems. So, I bought this truck because I wanted air conditioning, a stereo, and comfortable for my friends. Now, it is comfortable for my friends, but the stereo doesn't work, and the air conditioning needs recharging. So, this is another one of my favorite parts of this car, the armrest. Not only is there a center armrest like most cars have, but this has side rests on each side, meaning that this is actually a back seat meant for 2 people. So when I'm on road trips with my friends, I know they can sit back here comfortably, not having to fight with each other over space, and everybody's having a good time. Put them back up, get out. When I picked up this truck from its second owner, on the way home, about 20 minutes after driving it, the radiator cap burst and started leaking coolant all over the floor, and the engine started overheating. I thought it was going to be a simple fix of just needing a new radiator cap, since I figured it was just old and the rubber was dry and cracked, but it ended up being that I needed a new radiator. So, went on eBay, bought an aluminum radiator for 200 bucks, installed it, and fixed my overheating problem. Now, one of the main reasons the second owner was selling this truck for so cheap was because he thought the suspension was completely gone. He had spent $1,200 just replacing the shocks on this thing. Now, when he took it to some random shop to get the work done, they decided not to switch the bushings out. So, if you can hear the clanking around from the suspension, that's the mounting hardware just smacking around and making a bunch of noise. That freaked the owner out, but I had seen that problem on my Land Rover Defender, so I knew it was an easy fix. Haven't fixed it yet, but I'll get to it. So there's a few other things that don't work in the truck. The struts on the tailgate in the back are a little shot, so they don't hold up the rear tailgate, but those are in the mail coming soon. So as I mentioned, this tailgate doesn't want to stay out, but that doesn't take away from how cool having a rear tailgate is. You have a place to grab your toolbox, work back here. It's all pretty comfortable. One of my favorite features of this truck is the sunroof. So it actually opens both ways. So you can pop the back of the sunroof just like this and get a little bit of air going, or you close it and then slide it open. When you have the sunroof open and the windows down, this truck becomes one of the most airy cabins there is. The door pillars are extremely thin, so the visibility around the truck is truly amazing. That was one of my favorite things about my Defender, and it's true in this Range Rover, and I love it.